Charles Davis.
Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and for both of these teams that we're going to see, Charles, the future is kind of right now. You know, this is something you only see a handful of times in an NFL season where you've got a rookie quarterback versus a rookie quarterback.
And I think a lot of that has to do with the era we're in now. Because our dads, they didn't see rookie quarterbacks go against each other. In fact, it could be 2-3 years before they even saw the playing field. Nowadays, you get drafted, they expect you to play earlier, and these guys as competitors, they'll take their lumps early, but they'd rather be on the field.
The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their 6'6" quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
They go play action here on first down. Hunter Henry brings it in. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. He completes it to Henry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And a look now at how the Broncos line up defensively.
Jarrell Casey doesn't get the attention that he deserves, but he is an absolutely terrific defensive tackle, the best player on just about any team he would play on.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now back to throw. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Fourth down, and on is Ty Long to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They will be led out by a second-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And the big boys up front in the trenches. What do you think of the O-line, Charles?
I love them because this is a group that's so cohesive. They know what the man next to them is going to do at all times, and they operate as a terrific unit.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Ready? Go. 49. Get it. Go.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Lock to throw on 3rd and 1. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. Give him 6 yards in the 1st down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Lock. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Set. 18, Gator. I'm scared. Get it ready.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Lock. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Set. Ready. 10-2, son. All day, defense. All day.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On the ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Here's a 2nd and 7. His throw incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Come on, set.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 31. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 31 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. That time a 6-play drive. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. A very good move, but for a short gain out near the 32. Desmond King making the tackle. Time quickly to look at the Chargers defense.
Melvin Ingram is beginning to come into his own as an outside linebacker. Strong, solid, with an excellent first step.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Get it. Punt.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by big number 98, Linval Joseph. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
An extra cornerback now in the game for the Chargers here on 3rd.
Come on, boy. Let's go.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Ready? 18 Gator. Good track. Good track. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates are going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
15 line. 15 line. Hey, let's go.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he was very fortunate there to get out of his end zone. He maybe got back to the 2-yard line. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line, I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter, because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. Well, Charles, you said you would be hesitant to throw it. They should run it. They did. Not only did they get space for their punter, forget that, they got a 1st down.
And I think that is a mild surprise, because it's not exactly rocket science to think, run it here, don't throw it, take care of the football. I would have expected the defense to be a little bit better prepared than that.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
I got you.
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch QB drop. Watch it.
They'll drop to throw. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Here's Ty Long now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On the double. 56. Coming. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsay. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
Come on, set. 30 base. Chance. Go.
On 2nd down now. It's Lindsay looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Clear. Ready.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Deep for the Chargers, Desmond King. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. I got him. Big rip.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here is Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Now they gain almost 40 yards here.
That was an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there, and he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Running on 1st down, Eckler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his man. It's Williams. He's up now to 80 yards receiving in the ball game, and he's got a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Chargers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is third down and 12. They'll look to throw here. Try to lay one up deep. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So on fourth down, on comes the Charger kicker, Michael Badgley. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And he hits the upright, but it caroms in anyway. Boy, plenty of distance there as he banks it in. And the lead moves to 10-zip. The distance was never the question there, but he gets a friendly bounce to carom that thing through the uprights.
Yeah, and when you're trying to hit from 50-plus, you got to expect the ball's going to slide one way or the other. So he's pretty fortunate there that he's able to bank this one in.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Lock and the Broncos going to come up first and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On first down, Lock. He'll find Lindsey here. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on second and 10. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. To throw it is Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they showed confidence in their defense by punting it away.
Go now. 70, Indy.
They started on the ground with Eckler. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage.
8, read. They can't hang with us. Now.
They'll try the right side with Eckler. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
Get him, boy.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. This is taken around the 12.
We got this.
And Denver getting set to take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. The drive will commence with a run by Lindsey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
AT Gator. No game on this defense, no game. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, and we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw here. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. The tally there, -8 yards. Leads to 4th down as well. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Here's Ty Long now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Gordon. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 38, Locke, and his throw here's incomplete. Deshaun Hamilton, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's hoping to get it going. They're hoping to get him going, too. You know, he's about ready to pop one here in the 2nd quarter. He's hoping.
And his offensive line teammates, they want to get one of those, too, because they want to continue to run the football. Most offensive linemen like that part of the game better than pass protection because they're not taking blows. They're actually dealing them out. So what they want to do is show the coaches, hey, if we pop one, we're having success. That way they won't go away from the running game.
He'll be hoping to pop one, break one here this go-around. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Check 52.
They'll run here with Eckler. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Chargers on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Ty Long now. He's been terrific so far. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here now, a look at Melvin Gordon. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing on first down is Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Lock now on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Big boys came out to play. I've been here, bro. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. There's more coming. There's more where I came from.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Ready?
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Locke going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing, and that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3, just get the ball right to the receiver.
Is the hitch route. And tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
We play to win. Let's go. Ready? 90 Wolf.
Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Four receivers to keep tabs on here. 3 of them to the right side on 2nd and 5. Locke looks to throw it again. Gets it to Gordon. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here we go. It's a 60 yards. In the face.
Locke to throw on 3rd and 1. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And that's complete to the tight end Hireman. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Throwing now is Locke. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's get it.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And McManus able to put it through, and that'll get the lead down to 5. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Well, this is caught by Williams. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Let's go now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Ready?
Back to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
It's your time, baby. We did our part.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So we've come to halftime at a 5-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 26. Second half starts with a run by Lindsey. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Lock. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
ready. 30 base.
Bandit. Bandit.
Come.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Locke. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at one 48-yard line and ended at the other.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Lightning speed there on the sack from the corner, Duke Dawson. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Here's Ty Long now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And Denver getting set to take the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down, and he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Ready?
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He completes this to Sutton. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Locke. Looking deep downfield. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
There's several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game. But this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return, it's King. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Once more, here's Eckler. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to look for Allen now, the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. They'll find Lindsey here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They fake the handoff, now Lock. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing his Lock on third down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here's Sam Martin now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing ready?
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Deep grip.
They'll get 5 on the dump off there, and that'll lead to a third down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
Well, we use the term pitch and catch a lot to denote an easy completion. We just saw one right there on 3rd and 3 to pick up the first down.
Why are those so tough to defend? Just because they hit so quickly?
Yeah, it's all about timing and confidence. Quarterback sees it, rips it, there you go.
Ready up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now back to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Now Cortland Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. And the stats on his game, they really tell the story. A strong start. I don't know that the defense has really changed a whole lot as opposed to maybe just sticking to that game plan and shutting him down now.
I like where you're going with that because normally we talk about adjustments and drastic changes in a game plan in order to shut someone down. But in this case, maybe they're just sticking with what they worked on all week and they're just making better plays. And so far, they got to like what they've been doing in the second half.
They go play action here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run here with Lindsey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Joey Bosa with the tackle for loss. How about that pedigree in his family?
Yeah, some good pedigree. Tell us about it, Mr. Davis.
Dad played in the NFL, first-round draft pick. Uncle was a first-round draft pick. He's got a brother coming behind him. But Joey Bosa, guy plays really, really hard and plays all aspects on defense.
Let's go now. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Get it.
This quick pass complete to Sutton. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Clock now to throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Gator.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They'll start here with Jackson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Hey, let's go.
Ready?
They'll run with Jackson. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Welcome back now to Denver, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Lock. That's complete. It's Gordon. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 2nd down. A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Locke. He's got this complete to Hamilton. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. "51 yards on the punt there.
All day, baby, all day.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. So the solid run on first, and I would imagine no real hurry to run that 2nd down play.
No, it's all in your quarterback now. He's going to keep an eye on the play clock and bleed things down, and he's not going to let the ball be snapped until it's inside 3 seconds left on the play clock. Unless, of course, you're playing a video game, you're trying to run it up on your friend.
Nice touch. Cold-blooded, too. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Set, ready? 60 outlaw. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Let's go.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Ty Long now as he's on to punt for L.A. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Here we go. Set. 18 Gator.
Right there, 56.
Get that quarterback. Ready.
Block now on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 18.
That's it, huh?
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Here I come again.
Lock trying again after the pick six. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
49, guys.
To throw it is Lock. Keeps himself upright. Got a man. That's complete to Hamilton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Got it.
49. Mike, 49. Yeah.
Hit it.
On 3rd down, Lock. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Sam Martin now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Here's King. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
Come on now, let's go.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They run on 1st down with Jackson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He completes it to Henry. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On the set.
45, check like 45. Watch the run, watch the run.
They're going to look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
10-2 stop.
I got one.
Get it.
On play action, they'll throw. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
70.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Guys, out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off.
Let's go.
They'll set up to throw. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here. Not done in the 4th. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A throw left side to start out. That's complete. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
A throw taken in by Hamilton, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They'll try the draw, Lindsey. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
56.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Block again here on 2nd and 10. This is the tight end Fant. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Let's go now. 18 Gator.
We don't want this.
On first down, Locke. And that's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And now it's 2nd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Locke. That's complete to Jake Butt. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
What you got? What you got, Heavy?
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Locke going to go on 4th down. And that is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
On the double.
Mike 51. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Set, go. Let's go.
On first down, Jackson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Jackson. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
18 Gator. Ready, go.
Watch his flare. Watch his flare.
Ready, ready.
Back to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Let's go, interception, baby.
Ready?
So it's
Hey,
Bronco
Cooper.
football as we get your reset here. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Lock going to throw. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's taken down inside the 30. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Hey, let's
First
go.
down
Get
now,
set.
but that clock rolling.
Go up to the 1.
42.
Lock now on first down. Got Gordon open, completes it. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Ready.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
He's got his big tight end, Fant. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Pass incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Throwing his Lock on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Lock to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall and they get the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
90 Wolf.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And to give this time to the tailback. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 33-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Rip left, rip left.
Ready.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Let's go now. 60 yards.
45 to Mike. Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball.
Right. Deep grip.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play.
Ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, let's go, calm the crowd. Check that out, check the
Shoot.
Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver.